time for The Pet Show with America's favorite pet expert, Warren Eckstein. Warren is the author of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want and How to Get Your Dog to Do What You Want. He's here to answer all your pet and animal questions. And now, Warren Eckstein.
Are you being pushed around by your pug? Does your calico have you confused? Is your French bulldog acting a little freaky? Well, if you love animals, care about wildlife and the environment, and want to understand how your dogs and cats really think and do some of the things they do, stay tuned because once again, right here, right now, it is time for The Pet Show, America's first and only real pet psychology, training, behavior, and of course, pet lifestyle show. Hop up on my couch. Ah, yes, bring those furry little buddies with you, folks. It is that time once again to let the animal analyzing begin. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Warren Eckstein. This is The Pet Show, the place where we absolutely, positively, never a doubt about it, love, adore, and as I stress every single week, respect pets and animals as much as you do. By the way, if you'd like to join me on the ever-growing Pet Show family, and I mean we are growing by leaps and bounds. If you have a question about your pet, want to find out why your dog is jumping or digging or doesn't like the dog next door, or perhaps your cat is scratching, keeping you up at night and said, use the litter box yourself. If you have a question about your pet, I have the answers. Great time to give me a call. And by the way, if you happen to be a new listener to The Pet Show or a regular listener to The Pet Show, just a reminder that everyone that calls into the show today and does in fact get through to me live on the air will be getting an amazing gift. And I got some new stuff to give away on the show today. I mean, an amazing gift. Don't get excited. It's not for you. It's for that wonderful dog or cat looking up at you with those adoring eyes as I speak. Many of the items I give away on the show are 20, 25, 30, 35, and more. So great time to give me a call. I will answer your questions, helping you cope with your pets. More than likely helping your pets cope with you. And at the same time, a great gift will be on its way for your best friend. And again, this is the only time it's okay to tell a little fib to your dog or cats. You don't have to tell them that I sent it. You can say you went out and bought it yourself. So I guess the next thing I should do is give you the phone number, huh? The phone number here at the Pet Show, if you want to find out why your dogs or cats are doing what they're doing, how to resolve their issues in a positive, upbeat way, no yelling, no screaming, no spike collars, no electronic collars, just negotiations with your best friends. Excuse me, give me a call. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA. That's 866-870-KRLA. Or if you're a numbers person, that's 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. By the way, if you have friends living outside of my listening area, or you want to see how I do the show, or just want to watch it being done, you can also now watch me broadcasting this very show on Facebook right now. All you need to do is log on to facebook.com/Warren Pet. Facebook.com/Warren Pet. I'll take some questions from there as well. Or you can give me a call right now at 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Okay, so here's the deal. You know, I do this every week, right? I give you a list of topics that I want to talk about for today's show. Never get to all of them because your phone calls are always the priority. So if you have a question, if you have a comment, just want to share a story or brag a little bit about this wonderful, amazing dog or cat that you just rescued from a local shelter or took off the streets, give me a call because your phone calls might just be enough to convince someone else. Maybe they should go to the local shelter and pick up a dog or cat that needs a forever home as well. Again, the phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. Let me tell you what I have planned for today's show if I get to it. Both dogs and cats, I don't have to tell you guys, both dogs and cats and people engage in attention-getting behavior from time to time. Is your dog or cat's attention driving you crazy? If so, it's probably your fault. You're one of those dogs that can't be without you. My little Cisco is like Velcro. I don't know when the last time I was ever home and Cisco was either not on my lap, on my feet, sleeping on my head, under my arm, under my leg. Cisco is one of those attention-getting dogs. Quite honestly, I love it. So I want to know if you have one of those attention-getting dogs or cats that you're sitting around, you're reading a book, you're on the phone, you want to do something, and your dog or cat just says, hey, what about me? Give me a call. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Also coming up on today's show, a recent report says, I cannot believe this, but a recent report suggests that toy dog breeds and mixed breed little dogs may not be good pets in your home. Having a little guy myself, I'll share my views coming up. Also, I receive many, many questions from my listeners at the problems they're having giving their dogs and cats medication. You've heard me talk about compounding pharmacies. A lot of people have a dog or cat that may be diabetic or may need thyroid medication on a regular basis. And I know it's difficult. So we're going to talk about how to give your pets medication that may save their life coming up. And yes, Alex, I hate to tell you this. Sorry, but I got to report the news. It's my job. There's a brand new book that suggests that men, that means you and me, Alex, not you, Suzette, but me and you, Alex, a brand new book says that men need to be trained the same way as dogs. We'll talk about that coming up. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. The responses on Facebook were absolutely amazing to me, so I'd love to get your thoughts as well. Should men be trained the same way as we train our dogs? Warren, sit. Warren, stay. Warren, here. I don't think so. Plenty of time for your questions and comments. Lots of great pet stuff to give away. So if your pet is jumping, digging, scratching your favorite chair, your cat forgot what the litter box is for, your dog has separation anxiety, your feline's depressed, not housebroken, your dog hates other dogs, chases anything that moves, you take him for a walk, he turns into Cujo outside, or just believes that anything that goes past him, he must hump, give me a call. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. And a reminder, everyone who calls in and gets to be live on the air will be getting an amazing gift for their best friend. And many of the gifts I said are 25, 35, 40 bucks and more. Here is the question of the day. Is your dog or cat an attention hog? Is your dog or cat an attention hog? The other day, my nephew came over with his girlfriend, sitting around having dinner at the house, and there you go. Dog wants all the attention. Is it me, or do you believe that your dog or cat is an attention hog as well? I want to know. Give me a call, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through on this sunny day, that bright sunny thing in the sky, Alex. What was that? I don't know. It looked like the sun to me when I was driving in this morning. Okay, so here's the deal. Before we get back to the phone line, before we get to the phone lines today, let me give you a list of what I'm going to be giving away, because I got some incredible stuff and new stuff to give away on today's show. For years and years and years and years, you heard me talking about my good friends over at NatureVet. They make amazing products for your dogs and cats. Well, they have a brand new line of hemp oil and hemp seed products for your dogs and cats. They are absolutely amazing. I've been a big fan of this for years, and now it's available for your dogs and cats. I'll be giving some of that away on today's show as well. I'll be giving away my own Hugs and Kisses vitamin mineral supplement treats. Of course, the Lucy pet foods. I'll be giving away Kids and Pet stain and odor remover. Those t-shirts that say none of my friends walk upright. Copies of my books. Author Suit Gold. Mushroom Max. Bitter Yuck. Earwash. Lucy Pet's Cat's Incredible Cat Litter as well. So plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. And by the way, you're listening to the longest running pet show in America and Canada in our 33rd year on the air, saving thousands of animals, not thanks to me, but thanks to you, my listeners. Now, before I get to the phone lines, okay, I want to ask for your help again. If you've been listening to the pet show for the last month or two, you heard me talking about a shelter in San Bernardino that I've been hearing horror stories about for many, many years. Every time I tried to get involved, it seemed that there were these people that were complaining and legitimately complaining, but maybe 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. That's not going to make a difference. 85 to 90% of my listeners have adopted their dogs and cats from shelters and rescues across the country and across Los Angeles. So the bottom line is, you love your dog, you might have taken him out of a horrible situation and found out what an amazing dog it turned out to be. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be organizing a public meeting. I've talked about this before. We're going to have it one evening in Pomona because that's kind of halfway, kind of between, San Bernardino area and the Los Angeles area. And at that meeting, I'll be there. Hopefully a lot of people will be there, and we'll be talking about what we can do to resolve the issues at a shelter in San Bernardino. The word shelter means shelter. Doesn't mean put them in a cage, forget about them, don't give them a blanket, don't give them, the right food, don't give them the medical care, kill them when you want to kill them. So the bottom line is I'm going to do this. However, again, I'm shocked at the response. 5 people, 6 people, 7 people, very influential people, including a city council person, want to get involved. But the only way, listen, I'm involved at the moment with maybe 7 or 8 shelters across the country and Canada. I deal with people all over the United States and Canada because I do a national show. But I need your help. If you want to make the changes, get involved. You can't just not get involved and hope that it goes away. It's been going on for so many years. So here's what I'd like you to do. If you want to get involved, help me with public relations, organizing, whatever you can do to help, I want you to send me an email at my personal email site. It's mail@thepetshow.com or mail@warreneckstein.com. It goes to the same place. I need your help. The animals need your help. And if we don't do it together, if we don't get a large group of people, you know what? Another year down the road, 2 years down the road, I'm going to hear the same thing over and over again. We can make a difference. Take it from someone who's closed down shelters, who's caused the shelter staff to be entirely changed, who's got involved with politicians, who's made protests really work. I've done this all in my career. We can do it here to make that shelter the shelter it should be, a shelter, not a place where you put them in cages and leave them alone. So if you want to get involved, email me at mail@thepetshow.com or mail@warreneckstein.com. Or better yet, if you don't want to email me, call my office directly. This is my office number. Leave a message there or speak to my assistant. Her name is Julie. You all love Julie. Here's my office number, 1-800-430-4847. 1-800-430 and the word HUGS, HUGS. Give me a call, send me an email. If enough people want to do this, we have my good friend Denise who's willing to give us a location to meet in Pomona at a hotel. We can have the meeting. We can talk about what has to be done. We can organize and once and for all save more animals, or at least give them the ability to have a normal, healthy, safe life when they're at a shelter. Get involved. It really means get involved. Look at your dog if you rescued him. Look at your cat if you rescued him. Know what they went through before they wound up in your wonderful home? Shouldn't all dogs and cats have that opportunity? We'll try to give it to them. Please, I'll give you that address again a little bit later, but can really use your help in putting this together. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Let me take a quick break. We're going to get right to our phone calls. They're jamming already. We got Jeff, Bill, and Maria, another Bill, and Rick. We'll get to all your calls, I promise. Lots of great stuff to give away. But again, part of the reason I do this show is to help you understand your dogs and cats, but also to help the millions of dogs and cats at shelters around the country. And you can watch them on TV, and this is the pet of the week, and that's great. That dog will find a home, or this cat will find a home, and I did that for years. But right now, we need to change the way some shelters treat their animals, because if they're treated better, their chances of finding a home are better as well. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Quick break, then right to your phone calls. Plenty of time, lots of great stuff to give away. And we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. The phones are jam-packed. I'm going to get right to your calls. I got one of a Facebook messages a second ago from my good friend, Georgia Umano, who is in Kenya. And I don't know specifically why she's there, but I know it has something to do with saving elephants, if I know Georgia as well as I think I know her. So hello to you back in Kenya, Georgia. When you come home, give me a call. Hey, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Let me get right to the phone lines here. Let's go to Jeff in Van Nuys. Hey, Jeff, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, it's my pleasure. What's up?
My mom actually got this cat, and this cat loves me and it loves my mom, and this cat could never get enough of our love, and I really love this cat. But my brother came home from the Army about a year back, and every time my brother walks by this cat, the cat hisses at him and tries to swat at him.
Let me ask you a question, okay? How long has your brother been? First of all, thank your brother for his service, okay, from one veteran to another. That's number one. Number two is, what is your brother like? Is he a mellow guy? Is he an active guy, a loud talker, anything like that?
Yeah, he's a loud talker kind of guy. He's a lot like me, so he's kind of chill too.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, okay? The cat gets along fine with you. What I'd like you to try is kind of a little strange. What I'd like you to do is take some of your brother's unwashed clothing and kind of spread that a little bit around the house. Also, what I'd like you to do is is your brother willing to work with you on this, Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay. What I would also do is maybe 5 or 10 minutes every day, I would have your brother sit in a room with the cat, even if they're on opposite sides, and that's the end for that day. I want your brother to take over the feeding of the cat, the giving the treats to the cat. The more time your brother spends with the cat and the more the cat becomes familiar with your brother's scent, the easier it's going to be. Now, I got a question for you. How long has your brother been home?
He's been home for about 6 months.
Okay. So he's been home and he lives with you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to count and condition. This cat was living in a scenario where you and your mom and he got along with everybody. All of a sudden, your brother comes back, and I'm going to use the word interloper. I don't mean it in a negative way, comes into your home. So what we need to do is establish a relationship with your brother and the cat. However, as long as you and your mom are in the picture, the cat's going to be more focused on that relationship than establishing a new one. So let your brother spend some more time with the cat privately, even if they're not together, at least in the same room. Have your brother take over the feeding, leaving some of his unwashed clothing around, and you'll come home one day and I promise you they'll be reading to each other.
All right, that would be awesome.
That's what I want. And listen, again, thank him for his service. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm actually going to send you a copy of my book, How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want. I want you to read the chapter on socializing the cat, because so many cats don't have the opportunity to receive the proper socializing. And, people say, well, cats are standoffish, cats are this way. No, cats are incredible animals, but they just need the same socializing that our dogs do. And let me tell you, all the cats that I've had, and I had as many as 20 or 25 cats at a time, all ferals, and they all come around. It just takes a little time. Don't expect miracles. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. We are going to Lakewood and Maria. Hey, Maria, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. How are you?
I'm doing super. How about yourself?
Good, good. So I have a 15-year-old Chihuahua, and she's been urinating a lot more frequently and drinking a lot more water, I can tell. I've taken her to the vet. The blood work looks fine. But she'll get up, 2 or 3 times during the night to urinate.
So let me ask you a question. The vet said that everything's okay. In other words, I'm sure he checked to make sure there was no diabetes.
No. So let me back up. I took her on an unrelated issue, got blood work done. So I haven't brought her in specifically for the urination issue. So I don't have a diagnosis.
So let me, this may sound a little horrible to some people, but sometimes you got to do this. Have you noticed that the dog's breath or her urine has any sweet smell at all?
I don't know if I'd call it sweet, no.
But you say it was different?
No.
Okay, here's what I would do. First of all, it's a 15-year-old. My little Chihuahua is 16. Okay, so you have a 16-year-old dog. Not unusual for them to want to drink more water. Not unusual for them to get up more in the middle of the night. Not unusual for them to get up more. That they have to go out or whatever. So, but I really think at this point, at 15 years old, if we can get a urine sample, I know we took a blood sample and probably check for diabetes, but I don't know. That would be my first thought, especially with the increased drinking of water and the increased urination. It might just be a matter of age, and there's not a whole lot you can do. That's why God created doggy diapers. However, what I want you to do is I want you to check with your vet. Let's make sure there's nothing physical going on. See, a lot of people will say, well, if your dog's peeing in the house, do this, do that, correct the dog, tell him no fooey. Dog's 15 years old, okay? Listen, if the dog is peeing in the house, chances are there's something wrong, either behaviorally or something wrong physiologically. Now, I can resolve it if it's a behavior issue, but let's make sure it's not a physical problem first.
Sure, and she goes on her potty pads. God bless her. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
But
have you had her since she was a puppy?
No, I had her since she was 8, and I've had her for 7 years.
So let me ask you a question. Where'd you get her from?
A rescue group. They rescued her. A foster group took her out of a shelter, and then I got her from the rescue group.
So you know what I'm talking about when I say some of these dogs that come out of shelter are so traumatized. That's why shelters need to shelter with a little bit more consideration. Yes. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Well, Marie, then get involved. You just send me an email, mail@thepetshow.com, and get involved with this thing I'm trying to do here.
I will. I think it's great. Thank you so much.
Don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a gift certificate for some Kids and Pet Stain and Odor Remover. The dog is using the pad right now. However, it would not be unusual if the dog is not urinating or emptying the bladder all the time. It could be something to that effect. So I would go back and re-question the vet at this point. Hey, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. I'm going to take a break in a minute, but I got Bill calling. He has a dog goes crazy at the neighbors. I have another Bill calling from my hometown of Santa Monica with a barking dog, 2 female dogs into fights, older dog pink. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. Hugs and kisses, Lucy Pet Food, Kids and Pets. And starting today, it's the first time, I've been talking about my good friends at Nature Vet for like 15, 16 years. Well, now they have come out with a new line of products with hemp seed and hemp oil. And I'm a big fan of the success that's been having. Entirely different than what you're thinking. It's different. So I'm going to be giving away some of that hemp seed, and there's varieties as well. I'm going to be giving away some hemp seed calming oil, joint health, immune health, and allergy aid as well. Everyone who calls in and gets to me live on the air will get one of these great gifts for their best friend. Again, the phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. So let me do this. I'll give you some time to call because I got to take a break at the bottom of the hour, but don't go anywhere. I'll get to your calls, I promise. There's a new book coming out called Dog Training the American Male. Listen carefully, Alex. Dog Training the American Male. And here's a quote from that book. Women are far more complex thinkers. They don't want their problems fixed. They want the emotional satisfaction of knowing that we know what they're dealing with. Conversely, man and dog are best friends for a reason. We're simple-minded creatures who prefer the reward system. Give us food, sex, and a couch to nap on, and sure, we'll go shopping for faux paint in the bathroom, no problem. I don't know whether I should be angry. What do you think, Alex? I don't know. I'm kind of proud to be like a dog. They love you. They're calm. They're honest. They don't lie. Training men. I don't know. What do you think about that? Give me a call, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Boy, and if anyone needs some training, it's you, Alex. I'd love to put a collar and harness on you and walk you around the neighborhood for a little while.
No.
866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Quick break, then right back to your phone calls. And we are back on The Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to give me a call. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. Question of the day is pretty simple. Is your dog or cat an attention hog? Mine have always been attention hogs, and I love it. What about you? Is your dog or cat, you're having a conversation, you're on the phone, you're having dinner, you're just watching TV. Is your dog or cat an attention hog? Give me a call. Let me know. Great gift will be on its way to you if you got the right answer. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Let me get back to the phone lines here. Let's go to Bill in Los Angeles. Hey, Bill, welcome to the Pet Show.
How are you, sir?
I could not be better. How about you?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Hey, listen, I have a nice little enclave here, and there's several people, women that bring their dogs over. But one of them, and I put a little bowl out with water for them, and they know to come up and get the water. But one of them just goes absolutely crazy with other dogs. And if my neighbor comes over, I've got a wonderful neighbor. I'm an old man now, and old veteran, and he brings me over food. He does a great barbecue. His wife does some wonderful side dishes, and the dog just goes absolutely crazy. And the lady that has this dog doesn't seem to get it. And I want to stop this dog from harassing my neighbor.
Well, let's stop the woman who lives with this dog from harassing your neighbors, okay? The dog, if trained properly, if socialized properly and educated properly, we can resolve this problem. So the bottom line is, does the woman want to resolve the problem? If she doesn't want to resolve the problem, nothing I can do is going to make any difference. What she needs to do is perhaps start meeting the neighbor's dog who her dog is being aggressive with on neutral territory, walking by each other, getting to know each other from a distance, and over a period of time, getting closer and closer to each other. However, what's happening now is when she brings her dog over to you, this incredible barbecue, I'm sure this food smells great, her dog's there, which is probably being territorial, and now this other dog comes in is being aggressive. And as long as...
I wonder if,
Okay.
well, he doesn't have a dog, but when he walks over, that her dog goes crazy.
Oh, so the dog is going crazy towards a human being, not towards another dog.
Well, both, yes. And I wonder, is her dog being territorial with my place? I can't figure it out.
Her dog is being territorial for her. The dog's on a leash, right?
Yes.
So that 6-foot leash is that dog's territory. People don't understand that. So you can take a dog. I can take my dog to Azusa, and I live in Santa Monica. And in Azusa, as long as he's on a leash with me, that 6-foot leash now becomes his territory. So what I'm suggesting is let's get them away from that property a little bit. The dog and the man, let them meet the dog away from that area where her dog already associates aggressive behavior. Let them meet on neutral territory. Let them get to know each other on neutral territory. Let the guy kind of go off and maybe give the dog a treat before she brings them over there. The more socializing and the more time every time they meet each other, there's a positive ending. Eventually, they will get along with each other. I'll give you a prime example. I don't want to brag here, but if you were to go to my YouTube channel, I just posted this not that long ago. There's actually a YouTube that I put up specifically of one dog specifically going after another dog, the same dog, all the time in an aggressive way. Now, I don't want to sound like a genius. I was able to resolve the issue in about 10 or 15 minutes. It may take weeks on your part. However, if you go to my website, thepetshow.com, or you go to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Warren Eckstein, you can watch the video on exactly how I did that. What happens is when a dog is being assertive or aggressive, people tend to overreact. And your overreaction is causing more of a reaction on the dog's part. So doing some basic training, calming down a little bit, and at the same time, what I want you to do is make sure they meet on neutral territory. That's the best resolution, Bill.
Thank you very much, sir.
Don't go anywhere. Listen, here's what I'm going to do, Bill. I'm going to put you on hold. And because you're such a nice guy and you're so concerned, I am going to send you, you're the first one to receive this. I am going to send you some Nature Vets hemp calming oil. I'm going to send it to you. Follow the instructions, okay? And I'm sure it will help in terms of maybe calming the dog down a little bit. But the bottom line is you need to follow my behavioral advice. Don't expect miracles. It's going to happen. Patience, 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 and patience. Hey, the phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5750. Just some great questions coming in there. I'm going to get to all your calls, I promise. Lots of great stuff to give away as well. You know, it's interesting because the question of the day is your dog or cat an attention seeker? How many times I've been on the phone with a client where the dog or cat is jumping on their lap? Or how many times have you gone to someone's home and they have a lovely dog or a lovely cat, but you're trying to sit down, have a conversation, maybe a glass of wine, and the dog or cat is bumping his nose and rubbing you and just won't leave you alone. They want attention. I want to know. This is something I visualize all the time. Is your dog or cat an attention hog? Give me a call. Just want to know. And if you got the right answer, maybe I'll send you a great gift. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Still got hugs and kisses to give away. Still got some Lucy pet food to give away. T-shirts, you know, those amazing T-shirts I had made up that say none of my friends walk upright. Copies of my behavior books, either dog or cat. Arthrosuit Gold, Mushroom Max, more hemp products from Arthrosuit Gold, Earwash, Cat's Incredible Cat Litter. Everyone that calls in gets to be live on the air today. We'll be getting a fabulous gift for their best friend. Great time to call me, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we got Bill in my hometown of Santa Monica. We have Rick in Thousand Oaks, John in Palmdale, Celeste in Azusa. We'll get to all your calls. Plenty of time. Lots of great stuff to give away. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. Hey, we are back on the Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. Great time to call me. The phone number, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Just a reminder that everyone that calls in and gets to me live will be getting a fabulous gift for their best friend. Lots of great stuff to give away. Hugs and kisses, Lucy Pet Food, Kids and Pets, T-shirts, copies of my books, Authors of Gold. Many of the items I give away are $25, $35, $40 and more. So you call me, I'll help you cope with your pet, more than likely help your pets cope with you. And at the same time, a great gift will be on its way for your best friend. Just got a a Facebook post from someone that said, Warren, why don't you mention the shelter you're talking about in San Bernardino? Thought I did. I'm talking about divorce shelter. Every single day, I get emails and emails for the last couple of years about this shelter. Something needs to change. Now, I've tried calling a couple of times, got no response, but something needs to change. So if you want to get involved and you want to help me, sending me an email is nice, but I really need you to attend the meeting I want to have so we can sit down, formulate a plan, and then take it to the politicians, because numbers can make a difference. Great time to give me a call, 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let me go to my friend Bill in Santa Monica, my hometown. Hey, Bill, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. Yeah, the dog is very hostile to other dogs that are strange. Two dogs that are brought to the family. You know, she's so smart. She'll socialize other little dogs that are helpless. But with the leash or not, it seems like a stranger dog. She's just hostile toward them. It's just like. How do you stop it? We tried different things. I think that you recommended. You know, one was poking it in the side.
Whoa. You never, ever heard me recommend, suggest that you poke a dog in the side. If you want to poke a person in the side, or the person that recommended that to you, that's fine. But never, ever have you heard me say poke a dog in the side. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
I thought somebody said that. Some trainer said that.
Yeah, I'm sure some trainer did.
That was supposed to be a miracle cure, but the dog is just hostile towards strange dogs.
Well, listen, if you poked me in the side when I saw a strange dog, if the dog's already hostile towards a strange dog, and then you poke the dog in the side when he's acting hostile to a strange dog, doesn't it make common sense that the dog's going to become more? But listen to me. Listen, but I want to explain it to you.
Nothing works.
But I want to explain to you. I want to explain. Listen.
No, I'm sorry that I thought.
No. But Bill, I want to explain to you why it doesn't make sense.
Okay, you can do that, but I'm saying we don't do that.
Okay, I'm glad you don't do that. But if anyone else might have heard this from a trainer out there, the reason is this: that when two dogs or one dog's being assertive or aggressive towards another dog, and you become physically assertive with that dog's going to become more aggressive. Now, when you say you can't get a response or get the dog to stop, you may be right. You can't do it, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. What you need to do is you need to make sure that when you're with your dog, first of all, I'm assuming you've done some solid basic training with your dog, so when the dog is doing something wrong, you have a positive way to communicate with him versus no, pulling on the leash all the time. So the first thing you need to do is establish a positive way to communicate with the dog. Then when you're out with the dog and the dog is reacting to another dog, what your reaction should be, and I'm sure your reaction is saying no or pulling the dog away and stop it, knock it off. The minute you react, you're reinforcing that dog's behavior. So what you need to do, and this may sound a little eccentric, what you need to do is ignore it. Just as soon as the dog starts barking, you just keep on walking and don't stop. The minute you react, you're reinforcing the fact that his barking is warranted. So what you really need to do is focus on solid basic training for the dog. That's number one. It's like trying to read a book. If you don't know the alphabet, you're not going to get it. The dog needs the basic training so you can get a positive reaction from the dog in a positive way without jabbing or any of that nonsense that someone else may have told you. That's number one. So the most important thing to do right now is to solidify your basic training to give you positive control, and at the same time start working with the dog in areas where there are dogs at a distance where you have control of the dog, gradually getting closer and closer over a period of time and not overreacting to it. That's how you resolve the problem, Bill. And this is one of the most common things I deal with, easily resolved. Where are you in Santa Monica, by the way?
6th Street.
6th Street, okay, down further. I may have walk past your neighbor, and I have to see your dog one day and do it myself. But anyway, Bill, that's really the resolution. Here's the problem. When someone has a behavioral issue with their dog, everyone comes an expert. Everyone gives you advice. Do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. Listen to me, okay? I'm not sounding egotistical. I'm not bragging, but I've been doing this for a few years, okay? There's not a situation where a dog like this cannot have this problem resolved, but you need to focus on resolving it in a positive way and not reacting in negative. So here's what I'm going to do, Bill. I'm going to move on. I'm going to put you on hold. I'm actually going to send you a copy of how to get your dog to do what you want. Maybe I'll stop down 6th Street if I'm walking in the neighborhood one day. But in terms of physically poking the dog or contacting the dog, I actually saw this famous dog trainer that you guys all know. There's a video of him on YouTube somewhere where he's walking with the dog and the dog reacts in a way, and he takes his left foot and he kind of kicks the dog lightly in the back. What kind of training is that? Have you ever seen one dog kick another dog? I never have. Have you? Phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Plenty of time for your questions and comments. Great time to give me a call. Still got lots of great stuff to give away. I got some hugs and kisses to give away, Author Suit Gold. A lot of the stuff I still have to give away is worth $25, $35, $40 and more. So everyone that calls in and has a question or just wants to share a comment or just tell me if their dog or a cat is a attention hog, I'll send you a gift. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Plenty of time for calls, lots of great stuff to give away as well. Man, it is so cool to be a guy. Here's the deal. We're going to be, Rick, you're going to get up next. John, you're going to be up right after Rick. We're going to take a break for the top of the hour just for a minute or two. And I know it's difficult to get through to the Pet Show sometimes. So if you have a question or a comment, want to share a story, want to tell me about the rescue dog you adopted or rescued cat, give me a call. I got great gifts to give away, hugs and kisses, Lucy pet food, litter, kids and pets t-shirts. Everyone that calls in will be getting a fabulous gift for their best friend. Also like to get your take on this. A recent article suggests that little dogs, toy breed dogs, can be obnoxious without good reason. Small dogs are often running to pass of bigger dogs, and small dogs may not be right for most families because they can be aggressive and assertive. I say absolute nonsense. Being the guardian of a little guy, I got to tell you, if they're socialized and exposed properly, they're fabulous dogs. So here's what I want to do. Next hour, if you have a little dog, a Chihuahua, a Yorkie, a Maltese, a mix, whatever you have, if you have a small dog and they love people and well socialized, give me a call. I'll send you a great gift, but I want to prove once and for all that little dogs are not obnoxious if they're socialized properly, if they're educated properly, if they're loved properly. They're fabulous dogs. Let me know if you have a little dog. Give me a call. The phone number here at the Pet Show, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752, 866-870-5752. That is the way to get through. Best time to give me a call is right now when I go to break. Right back to your phone calls. Plenty of time for them. Plenty of time to answer all of your pet and animal questions. And as I said, still got some great stuff to give away. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number, 866-870-5752. I'm Warren Eckstein. You're listening to The Pet Show. And welcome back to the second hour of The Pet Show. I'm Warren Eckstein. The phones are jam-packed. We're going to get to all your calls, I promise. Question of the day, is your dog or cat an attention getter? Always hogging attention. I want to know. My dog is. I don't mind it. Give me a call, 866-870-KRLA. Again, just a reminder, you've heard me talking for the last couple of weeks about a shelter in San Bernardino called Devore. I've been getting emails from people that say the conditions there are atrocious. They won't let blankets and they won't let this. I've been hearing about it for years now, but every time I try to get organized and get a bunch of people together, I don't know what happens. What we're going to do it this time? We're going to have a public meeting. We're going to meet in Pomona. If you want to have that meeting or join with me or help me, public relations, getting it out there, whatever you can do, email me. Here's my personal email, mail@thepetshow.com or mail@warreneckstein.com. It goes to the same place. You know, a lot of people talk about doing things. I'm right now involved with 7-8 different shelters across the U.S. and Canada that need major changes, and we're making those changes, and we can make the changes here too, but we need an organized group of people to get together and confront the city council, confront the politicians. We can make a difference. I'm on your side. I'll be there. Let me know if you want to help me. If you'll come to the meeting, just shoot me an email at mail@thepetshow.com or call Julie. Leave a message if she's not there. She comes in Tuesday morning. Leave a message. Julie is my personal assistant. Her phone number or our office phone number is 1-800-430 and the word hugs, HUGS, 1-800-430-4847. Now, come on. We talked about it. You guys got me involved. My hackles are raised. I'm ready to take on what I need to take on, but I need bodies. I need brains. I need people to help me. So shoot me an email. And if you do, we'll put this all together, I promise. The phones are jam-packed. I'm going to get to as many calls as I can. I'd like to get your answer on why people think that little dogs are obnoxious and aggressive and assertive. Well, if you imagine living in a world where everyone was 18 feet tall talking down at you, that's why if you have a little dog, Every pair of pants you own should have holes in the knees from spending time with them on the level that they enjoy, rather than picking them up all the time. How about getting down? I spend half of my time on my knees and my hands and knees playing with my dogs. Really, sometimes the knees can't find me because I'm crawling around the backyard. Let me get right back to the busy phone lines here. We're going to Rick in Thousand Oaks. Hey, Rick, welcome to the Pet Show.
Good morning, Warren. You know what? That's why I wear short pants, so I don't get holes in my pants.
See, I never thought of that. See, I don't have pretty legs.
Okay, well, it's always good to hear your voice on the radio and your advice. First of all, I live in Thousand Oaks. I've got a nice piece of property. It's almost an acre. Half of that goes to my animals, 3 huskies, a pit bull, chickens, and 2 pigs. I've talked to you about my pigs and dogs before.
What kind of pigs do you have?
I've got a potbelly and a teacup. They used to live in the house, but once they get past 200 pounds, it's time to go outside.
Let me tell you, I had pigs living in my house. Once they caught, I waited till they were 900 pounds before I bought a farm.
Yeah, that's a big pig.
Actually, one was 900 and the other one was 1,200 pounds. They were pretty good. But they were long. They were 7 foot long, nose to tail.
Okay. Yes.
So what's your problem?
Not that big yet, but. Okay, before I get to my question, your question was, do I have attention hogs?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Literally.
I go outside, I pet the dogs, the pigs will come over and instant lay down, and I got to spend a good half hour just greeting everybody and scratching their bellies, their ears, and
pigs, just for those people that have never had the opportunity to live with a pig, let me tell I hope someone knows we're listening to the Pet Show, but let me tell you about pigs, okay? They are the most emotional, the most intelligent. If I used to travel and if I came home and I didn't bring my pigs, Corky and Spotty, a gift from the road, they wouldn't talk to me for 2 days.
I believe it.
That's how smart they are.
Bring out treats.
There you
I
go.
got to give it's like, where's my treat?
There you go.
Daisy says.
So what's your problem?
Okay, my problem is I've got 3 huskies and a pit bull. They've been living all together, the chickens beautifully. 4 months ago, the husky tried to mount the pit bull when my wife and I were outside, and they got in a huge vicious fight. Basically, it's a chokehold, and they hold on, ripping and shredding type of thing. It was only $2,000 for that for both of them. They had cones for a couple of weeks. Put them outside one more time gently, and the same thing happened.
Now, let me ask you a question. Who seems to be more assertive, the husky or the pitty?
Well, the female husky, she's like 5 cans short of a 6-pack, but she's very both of them. The pit bull is so gentle. Never had a problem.
Okay, so what happened? What happened is so I'm assuming it was the husky that mounted the pit bull?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so what happens now is, when a dog mounts another dog, it's not sexual behavior necessarily, it's dominant behavior. So once the husky mounted the pit bull was put on the, I better protect myself. So if we want to resolve the problem, here's what we need to do, okay? I don't care how much property you have. You can have 100 acres, 50, doesn't make any difference. You need to get them off that property. You need to start walking the 2 of them together away from the house. Let them reestablish a relationship where neither one of them, number one, feels possessive, but also away from the other dogs also. So if you have someone that can help you, or if you can do it yourself, the more you keep them on neutral territory, the more you don't overreact, the quicker you're going to get over this reaction. I'm assuming everyone's spayed and neutered.
Yes.
Okay. So this is a situation where one negative act causes a relationship that was positive into a negative. So let's not overreact on the negative. Let's go back to what made them positive. What do they enjoy doing? They enjoy going for walks? I'm sure they do. They enjoy playing? I'm sure they do. So let's go back and have them associate being with each other with only positive things happen for a while, and sooner or later you'll start noticing that they'll start ignoring each other, and ultimately they'll get back together. But it's not going to happen overnight. You need to be really conscientious and cautious, but it can be resolved.
Yes, okay, that makes sense, because it's just scary to even put them close together because of that anger built up. And I know that the pit bull, she's inside, she howls when the other dogs are howling at the sirens, and she's got a sad face. It's like she misses her family.
Of course, but she's still getting along with the other 2 dogs.
Well, no, she's inside the house completely. She's We haven't brought her outside at all since we took the cone off a couple of months ago.
So in other words, but prior to that, she got along with 2 out of 3 of your huskies.
Oh, yeah. Well, for the past 5 years, yeah.
Okay, so in other words, what you're doing now is you've separated her, and that's going to create more of a problem, and I understand why you're doing it. That's why I'm suggesting if there's someone you can work with and you can take them for a walk, take the pit bull for a walk with one of the huskies, then an hour later, take another husky, and then the one he's assertive with. You need to get them out of their environment and reestablish a relationship where there's no territorial reaction. Very possible the husky was being dominant.
Would I take the pit bull and the female husky for a walk together?
I don't know if you're strong enough to control the both of them, one in each hand. If not, what I would do is have a friend of yours walk one, you walk the other, maybe be 10, 12 feet apart. They're not going to be focused on each other because there's so many different smells in the new area that you're going to be taking them. Little by little, they'll start ignoring each other, and eventually you get closer and closer. And you call me back as you start seeing a reaction, and I'll guide you a little bit further.
In a couple of months, I'll give you a shout.
Not even a couple of months, Rick. You only live in Thousand Oaks, right? Why don't you come out and see me personally? Bring one of the dogs with you.
Where, in Simi?
No, I'm going to be in at the Sepulveda Dog Base, off-leash Dog Basin Park on April 22nd. It's a Sunday, so I'm not broadcasting. All I'm going to be doing is pet on the couch, answering everyone's pet and animal questions, analyzing their dogs. It's going to take place on April 22nd at Sepulveda Basin Off-Leash Dog Park. It's an amazing event. You can go to my website, thepetshow.com. There's more information there. And plus, I'll be giving away a lot of great stuff. I'll be giving away Lucy Pet Food. I'll be giving away some of the new stuff from from Nature Vet. So it's a great day to come out. It's the 22nd. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
You're full of information, Warren. Thank you. And you know what? I will see you there for sure.
Definitely looking forward to it. Don't go in. I'm going to put you on hold, and I am going to send you, for your dog, what do I want to send you? You know, you got all these huskies and everything. I'm going to send you some hemp joint health for your dogs. It's going to make a big, I'm telling you, I'm a big fan of CBD. For those people who don't know what CBD is, it's not marijuana. It's not the stuff that people use. It's entirely different for the dogs. It's CBD, and the benefits we all know are there, and especially from the hemp oil and hemp seed. So we'll talk more about that in the future, but some will be on its way to you. And I appreciate that phone call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Let's go to Palmdale. Hey, John, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hey, Warren, thanks for taking my call. Appreciate the show. Hey, what I've got is I'm a construction worker. I saved a little kitty out here on a job site. It was kind of malnutrition and just not looking good. But anyway, we brought him home and got him all his shots and got him fixed and everything. Trying to introduce him now to my cat inside. I have a cat inside that we've had for about 7-8 years now. The new kitty is a male. I don't know if it matters. The indoor kitty that we have is the female, and the indoor kitty is angry, and she's peeing all over our beds, all over our pillows, and all that stuff, and I just don't know what to do.
Well, let me ask you a question. You said you're a construction worker.
Yes, sir.
How would you feel if someone went into your truck and took your sawzall?
Well, I guess. Well, I don't know.
Okay, well, here's the scenario. Basically, when we bring a new pet into our household, sometimes it works right off the bat, but other times, especially if a cat or dog's been there for a while, sometimes they get their nose out of joint a little bit. Who's this new interloper coming in, using my litter box, eating my food, smelling the smells around here? So what I would have done at first, I would have introduced them using some scent swapping, but you can still go back. How long have you had the kitten, by the way, John?
Now about 3 months old.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. And obviously, I'm assuming they're separated.
They are.
Okay. I want you to get yourself a stuffed animal. And I want you to take that stuffed animal, rub it over the kitten, and I want you to start leaving the older cat with that stuffed animal. And whenever you bring that stuffed animal in, he gets some special treat, he gets some special food, a little massage, whatever you want to do that's positive at that point. Then what I'd like you to do is in the evening, if there's someone else in your home, what I'd like you to do is kind of have a seat in the living room on one end of the couch, holding your cat, on the other end of the couch, someone holding the kitten, just for a couple of minutes. When they ignore each other, that's enough for that night. Increase it a little bit more the next day. Now, in terms of the cat urinating, the reason the cat is peeing all over the place, did you say she's peeing on your bed as well?
Yep.
And that's important to me because that's where the strongest scent of their guardians are. It's in their bed. So when a cat's peeing in their bed, what they're doing is they're not happy. They're challenged by whatever cat came or this new kitten. So they're putting their scent down on your bed as a way of letting you know that they're yours. This is yours. Keep that other guy away. So little by little, we need to really get rid of the scent where the cat has peed in the first place. I'm going to send you a coupon for some kids and pet stain and odor remover. So I want you to clean up all areas where your cat has gone. If you don't remember, John, if you get one of those black lights at the pet store or the lighting store, turn it on at night. It'll show you all those areas. Then what I'd like you to do is start spending more time, with the scent swapping, giving the scent of the kitten with the cat that's been there. And then what I'd like you to do is, again, spend that short period of time with each other every night, little by little. They may not be bosom buddies for a couple of months, but little by little, if it always ends in a positive note, they will come around. If you're still having problems in a few weeks, call me back. We'll go a little bit further. You might want to pick up a copy of How to Get Your Cat to Do What You Want. I can't send you both, but I think the Kids and Pet Stain and Odor Remover is more important at that time. Does that help you out a bit there, John?
That does. I appreciate it. It does make sense.
And listen, I appreciate what you do. I remember before I moved to Los Angeles, no one would know I'm from New York because, of course, I don't have an accent, John, right?
Right.
Thank you. And when they were building the Javits Center in New York, and they were all union contractors, that Javits Center area was swamped by feral cats and God knows what else. And I remember the construction workers calling me in and asking if I would help. And at that point, I was able to find homes for literally hundreds of feral cats and stray cats, and all saved by construction workers like you. So bless what you do. Sometimes you guys don't have the reputation for being macho, but I got to tell you, it doesn't take macho when you guys see a little kitten or a little puppy that needs help. You guys are always there. Anyway, don't go anywhere, John. I'm going to put you on hold. We are going to send you a coupon for Kids and Pet Stain and Odor Remover, and I do appreciate that phone call. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. We have Jan, we have Celeste, we have Norman, we have Randy, we got John. We're going to get to all your calls right after this. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Little stray cat strut here on the Pet Show. Remember, if you spay and neuter your cats, maybe there won't be any strays out there strutting anything. Hey, the phone number here, 866-870-KRLA. Plenty of time for your calls. Let me just give you a list here because we've done a lot of stuff with social media. If you'd like to see some of the videos I've done, whether it be how to get dogs to get along with each other or some of the videos I'm doing right now, just go to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Warren Eckstein. You can now follow me on Twitter at Warren Eckstein, Facebook at facebook.com/thepetshow, or go to my website, thepetshow.com. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. Plenty of time for your calls. Lots of great stuff to give away. So we are going right now. Let me go to Jan quickly in Huntington Beach. Hey, Jan, welcome to the show.
Oh, hello. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, it's my pleasure. What's up?
Well, I listen to you all the time, and I heard you say anybody with little dogs, I want to know about them. And I have the two sweetest, most wonderful little chihuahuas that you'd ever want to see or want to be around. They are not attention seekers. They're just so sweet.
What are their names, Jan?
The little one that's 3 pounds is called Panda, and the 10-pound one is a rescue, and her name is Carmelita.
And what do you call her? What do you call her?
Carmelita.
Oh, you call her by a full name. Okay.
Or Carmel.
Okay, so now when you hear people...
They all have lots of sweetheart, love bug, a lot of...
Yeah, but now I hear a lot of people talking all the time. It's a little dogs, chihuahuas, they bother me, they're snappy, obnoxious, Maltese, blah, 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 blah. I'm asking you, as a chihuahua guardian, myself, if they're socialized properly, if they're exposed properly, they love people.
Absolutely. It's just, if we have workmen that come in the house, I say, you don't even need to shut the door. It's okay. They're not going to go anywhere. And all they have to do is just look at them. I said, they're wonderful. And they go, gosh, they really are. Yeah,
but here's the problem. Here's the problem, Jan. A lot of people assume that sometimes if the dog barks, now I can kind of relate a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Can you imagine if you're really, really small, maybe
Like
4
my
foot
twin pounder.
tall, yeah, and then everyone around you is 27 feet tall?
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to feel a little intimidated. So what I found out in the past, that when I had a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, that was literally 7'2" and over 400 pounds, and my friend Otto, we kind of grew up together, but people were intimidated by him. So he overcompensated by being intimidated, by overcompensating by his gentleness and his niceness. And I really believe that if more people would spend time at the level with their dogs, down on the floor a little bit, the dogs would not be so intimidated and would just enjoy being around everyone.
Absolutely. Well, my little girl, the little 3-pounder, is so cautious, and I don't put her in a kennel or anything like that. They have true reign of the house. But boy, she watches you really closely, because those big feet that are, 4 times her size, it's scary to her.
It is scary. It's like living with the Jolly Green Giant. Anyway, great. And you rescued both of them?
Actually, Carmelita was abandoned by the man who owned her with her mommy and 2 babies. And they were left outside, almost freezing temperature, and the neighbor lady couldn't stand it anymore, got a box and delivered to the local shelter. At which point, because there were 3 babies still nursing, even though they were probably 4 or 5 months old, the shelter called her rescue mom. I was in no hurry to get another dog. My husband had just had surgery, but we ended up with her. And let me tell you, it's 10 years ago now. And my husband and I will look at each other and just say, we're so lucky to have her.
Yeah,
You just can't imagine how wonderful. I'm
Jan,
not kidding either.
I know. Listen, you're preaching to the choir here, Jan. You know, I know exactly. I kiss the ground every day where little Cisco walks, and don't forget, Cisco came from a hoarding situation with over 200 dogs. Anyway, Jan, I got to move on. I'm gonna what do you want me to send you, Jan?
Oh, I don't really need anything. I'm just so happy to share my love for my dogs.
You know what, then?
You
No.
have a T-shirt that says "All my friends walk upright."
I know we can't keep those inside. I'm going to put you on hold. The lovely Jan and the lovely Suzette's going to pick up, and we're going to send you one of those T-shirts that say "None of my friends walk upright." By the way, if you'd like to get one of those T-shirts, go to my website, thepetshow.com. I think they're $15.99. I think shipping is free on them. And I also want you to know that the money from those T-shirts are going to go to the Hugs and Kisses Animal Fund, saving more animals. So check them out at thepetshow.com. thepetshow.com. The phone number here, 866-870-KRLA, 866-870-5752. Randy in Yorba Linda, welcome to the show.
Hi, Warren. How are you?
I could not be better, Randy. What's up?
Hey, I have a question for you. Can you give me some suggestions on how I can handle a situation where when I'm out with my dog, who's very well behaved, and other people come up with maybe like a puppy or another dog, and they just let them run right up and charge up to say hi, and they don't really have any control over their dog, and they think it's kind of cute that theirs is running all around saying hi, but mine doesn't necessarily seem interested. But I don't want to be rude and just tell them, hey, get your dog out of my dog's face. But any help there?
Yeah, there's a couple of things you can do. First of all, you can explain to them that your dog loves to play with other dogs, but sometimes when they're a little crazy or a little wild like your dog, till they calm down, maybe it's not the right thing to do. So you want to handle it in a polite way. Almost take the blame yourself. I know your dog is fine and dandy, but my dog's really good with other dogs. But sometimes when he's first approached, he may be a little standoffish. That's probably the best way to approach it. If it was someone's stray dog or an aggressive dog, then I would send you one of my little air horns at this point. But you have to remember, I have to look at it from your point of view, Randy, but I also got to look at it from the point of view of the person who got the new puppy that wants to socialize their puppy. I wish everyone would listen to this show so they realize that socializing 2 dogs together is okay. Do you take your dog to a dog park or just walk him?
No. We used to take him to PetSmart for a doggy day camp, but I don't take him to a dog park.
Okay, so what I would do is, number one, is when you're walking with your dog, if there's another calm dog you want your dog to interact with, then I have no problem with that. That's fine. But if you come across an excitable dog, I will explain to the person, my dog would love to get to know your dog a little bit better, but right now your dog's a little hyper, so let's kind of move on at this point and not kind of introduce them right now.
Okay.
I wish I had a better answer for you.
What's that?
I said I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's the only thing you can do.
No, that's fine. And I also take him to a training class once a week where there's anywhere from 7 to 15 other dogs, kind of on a rotating basis. So he does get plenty of interaction with other dogs. Not that he doesn't get that, but we like to take him to like craft beer places, and he likes to hang out there, and other people like to bring their dogs, and I get that too, and it's not that he isn't friendly. They just tend to kind of let their dog let the leash
Yeah,
go,
people have no idea. I have a lady in my neighborhood that walks around with this incredible Rhodesian Ridgeback, okay, and she has no control over this dog whatsoever, and the dog is already attacked, and she lets him off the leash someone, he's already attacked another dog. So it's really, really important to kind of let people know exactly how you feel and what your feelings are in terms of interaction with their dogs. Anyway, Randy, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold, and for Randy, you know what, Randy? I'm going to send you, God, what do I send? Want to send Randy? Randy, I'm going to send you some hemp joint health for your dog, okay? It's a great product. It's made right here in Temecula. You're going to love it. I use it on my own animals. It's phenomenal. On its way to you. I appreciate that phone call. Quick break, then right back to your call. Celeste, Lisa, Norman, Alan, and Greg. Little Captain Kangaroo, Pop Keeshan. What a great guy he was. I got to meet him a few times in my career. Super nice guy. Speaking of that, Alex, you're too young. But I was very sad this week. I got a Facebook post. Anyone out there remember Bozo the Clown? The original Bozo the Clown? Well, Bozo the Clown died. 89 years old. I remember growing up watching Bozo. Bozo the Clown, if you remember the Seinfeld episode, it's pretty funny. Anyway, Bozo the Clown gone at 89 years old. God, stuff from my childhood, all gone now. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. We got great calls up there. We got Celeste, we got Lisa, we got Norman, we got Alan, we got Greg. But right now it's time to go to Azusa, and it's time to go to Celeste. Hey, Celeste, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me. I have two cats. One of them is 4 years old, almost 5, and the other one is about 3, almost 4. And when I got the little one, I took her to the vet, and I said, I think she's 4 weeks old. And the vet said, no, she's 3 weeks old, but she had been starved. So I was like, okay. So I took her home, obviously, and have been feeding her. And now, a few later years, she won't stop eating. I mean, she shakes. She'll go to her bowl, and she'll just shake there.
Let me ask you a question, Celeste. Is this a pretty smart cat?
Is she smart?
Yeah.
What do you mean by smart?
No, does she know how to open cans of food and bags by herself and feed herself?
Oh yes. Oh yes. She'll jump up on a dresser to get a bag of food there.
Her food?
Just a little nibble stuff.
Okay, so here's what we need to understand. Okay. One of the things we have is control of how much food our dogs and cats get. We have control because we're the providers of their food and treats. So if your cat is eating too much food, chances are that it's kind of partially your fault. Now, is the cat overweight?
Yes.
Okay, so what we need to understand is this. The best way to get weight off of a cat, one of the first books I wrote in the late 70s was called Pet Aerobics, specifically for overweight dogs and cats. Number one is you need to feed the cat more frequently but smaller amounts of food several times during the day. Number two, what you need to do is if you might want to use a low-calorie or low-fat food, which is available on the market as well. But even more important than that is feeding small amounts throughout the day. If, in fact, you react every time the cat goes to the food bowl, then you're reinforcing that habit. Now, I understand exactly where the cat is coming from. If you've been starved and you've never had the right amount of food as a young kitten, not even be able to eat off your mom, what happens is as you get older, your brain says, I better eat it all now because it may not be coming tomorrow or the next day or an hour down the road. The other thing I'm going to recommend that you do is start feeding the cat. Take that smaller amount of food I recommended and put it into 2 or 3 different dishes and spread those dishes around the room where you feed her. So after she has a little bit of food here, she says, you know what, it's okay, there's some food over there and food over there, so she doesn't feel this need to gouge herself all the time when eating. That's really important as well. I would also try to raise the food about shoebox height off the floor. That might be beneficial also. So in terms of getting the cat to lose some weight, more frequent feedings, less food throughout the day. Find some great treats that she may like. I've had cats that love to eat a little carrot once in a while, so you might want to try that as well. Also, increase the exercise factor. Bring those cardboard boxes, bring those paper bags in the house, grow some organic stuff for her in the house as well, so you get her moving more. The more she's involved in moving and the more new items you bring into the house, the less her focus is going to be on her food. Just like when a human being's diet, if you can get their attention on something else and off the food, it's going to be a lot easier for them lose weight. So that's where you need to be at this time to get the weight off. But you hit the nail on the head. It's really important to do that because obesity affects our cats the same way as it affects us with arthritis and diabetes, thyroid, all kinds of problems as well. But that's really the resolution for you. 2 or 3 bowls, smaller amounts, more frequently throughout the day, and you should be fine, Celeste.
Okay, great. Thank you. But one other thing, it scared the other cat away. So now he backs off whenever she's around.
What do you mean? What scared the other cat away?
Well, because whenever he's eating, she comes over, pushes him away. And so when he sees her coming now and there's some food of his, he just backs off.
Okay, well, that's exactly the reason. She might become very possessive over her food because she didn't get it when she was younger, and psychologically they learned through association. So by feeding the cat out of several different dishes, at the same time, what you're doing is you're taking away the thought or the necessity that I better go eat his food because she's already got her own food in other bowls, and she's being fed more frequently throughout the day, which will alleviate some of that possessiveness over the other cat's food.
Okay.
Make sense to you, Celeste?
Makes a lot of sense.
That's my job. Anyway, don't go anywhere. I'm going to put you on hold. And for your cats, I am going to send you some Lucy Pet's Cats Incredible Cat Litter. Your cats are going to be so happy. They're going to lose weight. They're going to be happy with their litter box, I promise you. 866-870-KRLA, the phone number. 866-870-5752. Here's the deal. I'm going to take a quick break, then get right back to your phone calls. We got Lisa, we got Norman, we got Alan, we got Greg, but also I'm going to give you the phone number for my national and Canadian show, which starts exactly when I get off the air here, like at 1 o'clock. The same type of show. I give away the same type of gifts. You guys will be my first callers. So grab a pen and paper. If you're driving around, you couldn't call in, you're marching, whatever you're doing, and you got a question about your pet, when I come back, I'll give you the phone number for the national show. Phone number here right now, 866-870-KRLA. And Burlives. I miss Burlives. I love Burlives. He played Frosty the Snowman in the animated cartoon. Hey, we're back on the Pet Show on Warren Eckstein. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to get to your phone calls. Write this number down. This is the phone number for my national and Canadian show. Starts at 1 o'clock right after I get off the air here. Be patient. Call the number I'm going to give you. Now, remember, you guys will be the first ones in because the show starts at 6 minutes after 1. So if you start calling at 1 o'clock, my California people will be first before the rest of the country and Canada. Here's that number. Don't start calling till 1 o'clock. Let it ring and be patient. The phone number for my national show, 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. You can start calling that show at 1 o'clock when I get off the air here, and we will answer your questions there. By the way, I give away the same exact gifts on that show that I give away here as well. Again, that number, 877-725-8255. Let me go to Porter Ranch and Norman. Hey, Norman, welcome to the Pet Show.
Hi, Warren. Thank you for taking my call.
It's my pleasure. What's up?
Warren, I have a German Shepherd. She developed on Christmas Day. She developed ACL.
Well, first of all, in dogs, it's not really ACL. It's really called CCL.
CCL, okay. Okay. So, but I want to know is surgery the only thing we have to do?
You know,
or is there any other remedy for it?
It's a great question. And, you know, usually sometimes with smaller breeds of dogs and is your dog overweight by any chance?
You know, she became overweight because she hasn't walked for the past 3 months.
Yeah,
Otherwise, she was okay before.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination.
3 hours a day.
Yeah, the combination of the ACL preventing the dog from getting the exercise, putting on the weight, and the weight causing more problems with the ACL, which is kind of the around the knee area. Here's my recommendation for you, okay? Sometimes it goes away by itself, but usually with smaller dogs. In your case, have you seen an orthopedic surgeon, Norman?
No, but I'm going to take her next Thursday for a consultation.
Okay,
to an orthopedic surgeon.
that's exactly where you need to be. Sometimes they may recommend surgery. Sometimes they may not recommend surgery. What they'll probably do is x-rays to see how it affects the inflammation, the arthritis that can be there. So how old is your German Shepherd?
She is 7 years old, and her regular doctor, he did the x-ray 2 weeks ago.
Okay, and you're going to bring that x-ray with you to the surgeon?
The surgeon is going to come to this.
Okay. So, great.
Porter Ranch.
Okay, perfect.
And she has a record in there.
You are doing everything that you can do at this point with the ACL. Sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it starts in one leg and go to the other leg. The chances are if a dog has ACL in one knee, they're going to have it with the other rear knee. So what you need to do at this point is get that response from the surgeon, speak to him. And once you've talked to him, if you want to find out even a little bit more, you may want to contract a complimentary veterinarian. However, with ACL or CCL in dogs, I believe the orthopedic surgeon's advice is definitely the way to go.
Okay, Warren, I thought maybe you would recommend something else.
No, I'm going to recommend a product for you. I'm going to recommend some Orthosooth Gold, which I'll send you, which is a supplement for hips and joints. But in your case, the resolution, because the dog already has the CCL and he's already a little bit overweight, which is going to cause more pain and more inflammation. I think at this point, watch what the orthopedic surgeon suggests. If it doesn't sound right to you, don't be afraid to get another opinion as well. Sometimes people get too many opinions, which is confusing, but a third opinion sometimes can really make you decide whether it's exactly what you need to do or not. So great call, by the way. Give that German Shepherd a big hug and give that German Shepherd a big kiss. If you notice your dog limping, though, it's really important to have it checked out right away. It might be nothing. Listen, the other day I found out one of my dog's toes was caught on the other toe. It just swapped each other, and he was limping around looking at me, what's wrong? And it took me a couple of minutes to figure it out, but I removed his paw, and he was absolutely fine. I moved one paw a little bit away. So really watch your pets, know what they look like when they're feeling well, then make a change if you notice any difference. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we'll try to get to Alan, Greg, and Lisa, but write this number down because you guys will be my first calls. Got some great calls, by the way, Lisa and Greg and Alan. The phone number for the network show, 877-725-8255. 877-725-8255. And by the way, if you want to check out the YouTube channel, all of the new things I posted, check out the website at thepetshow.com, thepetshow.com.